Hi guys, welcome to your reading. This reading we're going to look at the energy for September, what's coming for the month of September, and I'm going to try and do 4 rows, which will be for the 4 weeks of September, give or take. You know, it can blend a little bit either way, one week to the next. So, September 2021. What have we got coming? September 2021. Don't know why, but I feel like this is the way I should go. One more. This way. It's alright, bear with me. Making it up as I go, Nelly, but not. Okay. That's going to be the first week of September. I'm not sure if these are beginning of the weeks or this is just in the first week, but in that first week we have strength, which is like can be a bit of Leo, but we've just come out of Leo. We're actually in Virgo now. We've got the Emperor, Queen of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. So with this Strength card and the Emperor, it's very much coming into the masculine. It feels like a lot of energy and a lot of strength coming into the masculine energy, coming into being in charge. Still feels like she's the boss, even though the Emperor's male. It's the masculine energy within the female that I feel like this is about. There can be males out there that maybe their feminine side's coming up, but it feels very masculine. And of course we've got the 9 of don't know why, Queen of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. So I feel like she's just in charge. She's just being in charge. Something there. I'm going to play it the next week to see. There's something there with those 2, the Pentacles and the Cups, about having a celebration, putting on a celebration. It feels like they're going to put on a celebration. Alright, I'll have to concentrate. Week 2. We get week 2. Okay, I only wanted 4, but looks like we've got 5 for week. 6, okay. Well, there we go. Week 2 is going to be the bigger week. I'm going to have to spread these across because I can't put them back now. They fell out virtually. Okay, in week 2, trying to get the camera angle right. Just tip it down a bit. Push it up that way a little bit too, I feel. Going to have to fit them all in here somehow. Okay, week 2, well, because of the way the cards come out too, I'd say week 2 is going to be a bigger week for everybody. We've got the Fool, the Ace of Cups, Death, Ace of Swords, 3 of Wands and Strength again. So this is that feeling of being in charge, or feeling like you're in charge, and now Strength's come out twice. I've got to say that you're in charge, but there's a lot of anxiety in underneath. So you're taking charge of some situation, but you don't really feel that in charge of it, if that makes any sense. You're walking tall and you're putting on a brave face, but you're very upset. Not upset, you're very nervous. It's a nervous energy inside, like a worry, just an anxiousness, and it could be, it doesn't necessarily mean anxiety in a bad way. It's just nerves, just a nervy, jittery, sort of nearly butterfly feeling, just that, tapping your fingers energy. It's just that, that weird vibe. But anyway, back into the Fool. So in the week 2, give or take, there's some new, I'd say there's a person coming in. It feels more like a person coming in with the Fool. definitely a couple of beginnings here. We've got either side of death. There's an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Swords. So there's some change coming in, and it's coming in and around, and that's where that Strength card keeps coming back into play there, where it was strength at the beginning, now there's strength here. It just feels like that they're virtually having to take charge of a situation, and they're not really confident inside, but they're going to pretend they are, which is the best way to go. Fake it till you make it feeling. But with that Death card, there's just change coming in. There's somebody coming in here, and it feels like there's somebody coming in with an offer. And it can be friendship, it can be romance. This feels like a person coming in offering a cup. And then there's the Ace of Swords here, so it feels like to me that there's a bit of truth, a bit of karma, destiny. It's very fated feeling. It feels like this beginning or this change that's coming in around you, it feels like, sort of feels familiar. I'm not sure how, but it feels familiar to you. Three of the Wands is the expansion, looking out and seeing what's coming in and how things are growing and expanding and changing. And I feel, we'll get the next week out, but I feel that it's either a person or it's energy coming into your life that makes all this change come in. It brings in this change. Sort of a bit like a tidal wave feeling. It comes on in and just takes everything out. Without taking everything out, but it's big change. Okay, we're going into week 3 now of September. Week 3, just get a couple more cards. Okay. So with week 3, if I can speak properly, we have the Empress, the Hermit, the Star, the Ten of Cups. So brainstorming, making decisions, working things out, going within and thinking things through. This situation that's brought this Strength card in both times, it feels like you're coping, you're going okay, your balance is pretty good. There's going to be some healing and a little bit of balance coming in. And here's the Hermit. I feel like this decision, whatever this change or decision's coming in around, and the way you're thinking about this situation, there's a new situation coming in around you have to sort of sit down and do some brainstorming and really think it through. So this is the brainstorming, and there's the reflection, or the, what do you call it? I'm trying to think now. Retrospect or whatever, where you sit and you contemplate. So you don't rush this decision. This is a decision that's fairly deep and ripples through the pond. It feels like the Ten of Cups. It's to do with the balance. Feels like you're trying to balance out the emotional body, trying to feel like connected and happy, trying to feel back in. It's like it's fragmented and you're trying to get it to come back together. It's like something's been broken into pieces and you're trying to put things back into play, putting them back into their place. That's what that. The Star energy is good energy coming in, but I still feel like that's a little bit out of balance. That emotional body feels a bit out, not really feeling completely right. And I'd say it's because of the circumstances that have come about in this big week here. It's set things into motion. It's set this balance slightly out, and you're having to go through and work these feelings out. I feel this is going to be the key, is the Hermit, and going into that thought process, meditation, quietening down, grounding, and until you feel confident with the decision you're making or the change you're implementing, because this Death is definitely, there's a beginning coming in it's like two directions, and it's coming in from the emotional, maybe the love, connection, it can be. But it's very fated. Feels like there's no Wheel of Fortune here, but it feels like that World or Wheel of Fortune energy where it's very fated feeling. Okay, we'll just concentrate now for week 4 of September. We'll get week 4. week 4. Yes, I feel like there's 1 or 2 more. We'll just wait. 3, there you go. Okay, Temperance again. Oh, well, that's what I thought. Of course, the star's there, but I read the star straight away as Temperance, so there it is. So they're very good. Okay. Rightio. So in week 4, we have the Devil, 9 of Wands, Queen of Cups, High Priestess, Justice, and Temperance. So as the story goes on here, this is this brainstorming and this decision making around the death situation and the contemplation that's going into the change that's coming in, the change that's been ushered in, or the change that is happening as you move through into the next few weeks. This change brings the ripple in the pond effect comes through. The Devil is backwards and forwards. Yes, no, I don't know, will I, won't I, up, down, sideways. It's just indecision. Can be a little bit of self-criticism, like being a little bit critical on yourself, because these 2 strength cards are coming in to say that you're the boss and you're in charge with the Emperor, but this feels like you're not. Like this is that inward feeling where you don't feel like you're really making choices, that you're not feeling solid, you're feeling a little bit shadow, a little bit of shadow there, like a little bit of that unbalance, that feeling here I said about that, trying to get your emotional body in balance and sitting in strength, sitting in the strength position. That's the Devil card, and there's the 9 of Wands, and just like the wounded warrior in this picture, this is how you feel inside. You might not look it on the outside, but inside you're a little bit fatigued, you're a little bit, the emotional situation, you're a little bit out of sorts on some level, but you're not giving up. You do not quit. You do not put down your wand. You do not stop. You push on, even though you've sort of got, you're wounded and you're limping back trying to make it, but you're not giving up, and you will not give up. Here's the Queen, which is represents you in this reading, and you're staring into this cup and you're looking for answers. Something's coming in this emotional state. You're actually wanting an answer. You're wanting someone to tell you why or what will I do, or what decision do I make. It all comes back to this yin and yang, not sure what to do and which way to go. High Priestess telling you to trust your intuition, trust your gut, have faith, just keep the meditation, and the grounding is what will save you through that situation that feels like it's out of your control. It feels like it's happening like to you. You're not doing it, it's coming at you, like I said, like a tsunami, where you're just watching it coming, thinking, oh, okay, we've got to run. You don't have to run, but that's the feeling here, where it's the water is the emotion that's coming. This is that emotional instability there, that weird, the Fool bringing in that difference with that, even though that cup's usually a beginning, it feels like it's changed because it's either side of death there. That's what made the emotional and the thought body have this. It's like it splits a bit and you can't really get back in control a little bit. That's why the strength's there twice. Then we go to Justice. The scales will balance out. Karma, fate, destiny, things, and whatever's playing out here in your emotional world or inside of you, this is meant to happen. It was fated. It's meant. This is that fate feeling here again, where it was meant to happen. You might not think that at the time, but it's all going to be in the future. As you look back, you'll see it all. But of course, it's always the hindsight, isn't it? Once you get out past something, you can look back and see what you got out of it, what you learnt from it, what that change that you didn't like at the beginning ended up being the best thing ever. It's all that vibe with that Justice, and just trust. All that is saying is trust, trust, trust. Trust in the process, trust in the situation, that it's working the way it's supposed to be working. And we finish out with Temperance. So Temperance it's Archangel Michael. So he's, say no more. He's the boss, so to speak, when it comes to, probably one of the one of their favourite archangels is Michael. Got a bit of a soft spot, I must say. He's coming in and he's going to be helping you balance. He's there helping. His energy is coming in to help you balance, help you bring those scales back up into that position where you want to feel comfortable again. How can I explain it? Part of you wants to climb out of your own skin and like I said, run. It's that tsunami vibe. Just get out. Just want to get out of here. I want to get away from this. I don't want to be in this. I don't want to, whenever you're going through something, which this is something that doesn't say exactly what it is that comes in here, but when this change does come in and does come around in your life, when it's happening, you don't really want to be dealing with it. Whatever the change is that's coming in, whether it's a change of the way you're thinking, the way you make and usually make decisions is changing. Something's dying here and something's being reborn, or it's virtually transforming. So it's transforming from one state into another state. But all I can say at the end of the day is that it was all part of a process. So you're going through something, it's a process. You've got strength twice, you've got the angels, you've got everything there to guide, the star, everyone's coming in around, and there will be help and protection. You'll get through the situation. But like I said, you're putting on a brave face and walking forward and saying that you're all good. If anyone does notice to ask you, are you okay, or how are you, because they notice you're not you don't seem like yourself, you're going to tell everyone you're fine, but secretly underneath you're a little bit overwhelmed is one way to put it. But because it all ends out and all comes out on a positive note, it will all end up coming out down the track. You'll look back and you'll understand it better. You'll see it in a different light. But when you're sitting in the middle of it all, it never looks the same as when you get out past it. So anyway, I won't keep going on, but that's what I get for September. It's a bit out there, but you'll be able to get through and get out the other side, and I think be really strong for what has happened. The strength that you're going to show is going to be fairly phenomenal. So thanks guys, hope you enjoyed your reading, and catch you next time. Bye for now.